to actually. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Bullishbrs community. Good morning, everybody. It looks like we are getting a rejection off of crude at the moment. Something I do want to keep an eye on. This green level, I'm gonna make it a gap actually, because that is a gap on crude. Now, normally we don't use gap fill on something like crude oil because crude oil is just a futures. It does not have an index like the ES and SPY does. But gap fill, we do still have the information and the stats, so why not use it? Something I do want to keep an eye on, we have a 4-hour supply right here on crude, right? And that 4-hour supply had our push lower and continuation. And as we see, we broke it for a moment and then rejected. Now, a lot of times with things like crude or gold, they'll break supply or demand a bit more frequently than ES or NQ will. However, they'll break it temporarily just to reverse. And that might be a great spot to look for a short or even a pullback to look for that double top to go short. This would be a crude trade. Something I'm going to note is I'm going to be patient now and see how the 15 wants to close. We have 240 left for the 15 to close. We might create, if we create this 5-minute imbalance, I might look for us to push back up, maybe hit 68.30. We'll take a look at where crude is on Bookmap. 68.49, 68.48 is pretty strong. 48 would be a new high of day on crude. I do have something I wanted to target originally on crude was if we could break previous day high. A lot of people do go bullish after that break, and those people are going to end up trapped because what I would anticipate is for the supply zone that we have right above previous day high to be rejected. But for now, we're just staying patient. The 30-minute closes in a minute 20. 15 closes in a minute 20. 5 closes in a minute 20. We have market opens in a minute 20. So we have a lot going on in just a minute, and we'll keep an eye on that. Now, as for the ES and NQ, real quick, what I was looking for was, show you this right now. So ES, very range bound yesterday. I'm going to look to see if we create a small gap down to fill that gap, which has a 97% chance of filling the gap if the gap is 0 to 0.19% in size, and that would be the size of the gap fill we have so far. We have to be careful. Look at crude's getting some selling pressure, nice. We have to be careful because right up here on ES, we already did test that gap, but the market hasn't opened yet. It's going to depend on the next candle. Right now we're on the 15, we'll go to the 5. Pretty strong level of resistance, that gap level, 60.98.50. Now you guys know me, I personally don't use the gap that often, mainly using supply and demand, so we'll see how it plays out. Let's see. There goes gold popping away, and there goes some rejection on ES. Love it, love it. Looks good. Market opens in 20 seconds. Now this gap fill, guys, remember the gap fill has a gap fill down. Let's do ES. Hurry before market opens, 15 seconds. Gap fill by size, ES, past 6 months. If we go by 0 to 0.19%, a gap down has a 97% chance of getting filled, and that's if it stays that size. And right now it's a very small size. Probably gonna gap fill it right away. We'll see. I wanted to see if we could take out pre-market low and then reverse, so we're gonna wait right now and see how price wants to play out. I do like this 15 as a basing. I do want to see this continue lower. Set me in the spirit with my arms around this shit. I'm going to put crude in the bottom right over here. Yeah, there's that continuation. Boom, big drop, big drop. Big drop, there we go. I wanted to see if how NASDAQ reacts to this sell side liquidity down here. There was another one too sitting below it, so we're going to see. Crude oil, I might take a stab at some crude shorts up here. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. I'm going to end up taking a stab at some crude shorts up here. Good selling pressure right there. This is ES, this is NQ. ES, NASDAQ did just take out that sell side liquidity. We haven't closed on the 5 yet. I'm going to be patient. YouTube, good morning, guys. Don't forget, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Discord, if you guys got any questions too, feel free to leave a message in the main chat. I'll keep an eye on that. Awesome, awesome. Look at that big wick off that sell side liquidity. Beautiful. Crude did not give us that short entry. Damn. That's all right. We'll wait here on crude. Look at NASDAQ, great reversal off of that level. And now we're going to probably try to make our way to that gap fill. Huge, huge. Let's see. Equity's looking strong right now. That's helping the bull move. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Mike, Nicole. What's going on, guys? How's it going, Victoria, Jay? What's going on? Hope you guys had a good weekend. Happy Monday. Add an alert here on crude so I don't miss out. Look at that. Look at that. Huge rejection to that sell side liquidity I had marked out down there from pre-market. You know what? That was probably the pre-market low I was looking for. I was looking for ES to take out pre-market low, then go fill its gap. But quite honestly, it looks like NASDAQ is the one. Because NASDAQ also created a gap that was in size only 0.20. And if we look at our edge full stats, and we look at NQ, by size, 0.20, gap down, 88% chance of getting filled. So when we took out the sell side liquidity, that gap fill is a huge, great target where you have an 88% chance of filling it. And got to think too, guys, because of the context of the market, it's because we've been bullish that a bull move like that, a gap fill to the upside, of course has a better chance of getting filled. There goes ES getting real close to that gap fill. Huge, great stuff, great stuff. There we go, NASDAQ coming back to point of control. I'm staying patient here. A lot of wick going on right now. A lot of John Wick going on. Be patient on maybe crude. Yeah, really wanted a crude short. So we're going to look for some crude shorts soon. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. YouTube, don't forget, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget, guys, Wednesdays I will now be hosting the Futures Fever streams on Benzinga, which is very cool. Very, very cool. Very excited for that. There we go, NASDAQ with some momentum. Not looking for anything right now. I told you guys I had the sell side liquidity under that too. That's a pivot from yesterday. Everybody who tried to get long, you guys know it's funny, I just thought about trying to pause this. I always talk about waiting for a candle to close, especially whatever time frame you're on. If anybody was trying to go long on this, watching the 5 minute on this 5 minute, yes, Patchy, what's going on, man? What's going on? Yeah, I'll go over Bookmap, the book flip, and why it works excellent. Absolutely, for sure. Book flip, as I'm assuming you're talking about the support turning into resistance type deal when it comes to Bookmap. Now, when it comes to Bookmap, unfortunately on NASDAQ, it's very difficult to read. There are very rarely any heavy levels that are sitting there for a long period of time versus something like ES or NQ. ES or gold. Like ES, we see heavy levels like these, but we would see it sort of extended out like they've been sitting there for a long time. Right now, we don't have any levels like that. We could check to make sure we don't have any news coming up. Nope, I don't see any news. We could even turn this off just to double check. We have wholesale inventories at 10, but that's not really going to make that much of an impact. So we do not have any news to fear today. Now, the Bookmap, the flip. Let's see if I have a good example. Here we go. This is a gold example. So let's pull up gold. This is gold right here. And then this is gold on bookmap, and we'll pull up gold on the 1 minute because that seems to follow bookmap a little bit closer. What we're going to do is we're going to look at this heavy level of resistance. So this is exactly what I was talking about. When we have a heavy level like this that's been sitting there for quite some time before it gets hit versus something like ES at the moment that sort of has all these levels moving with it. When we have a constant level like this is our heavy level of resting liquidity. Now, we saw that this worked as resistance once, twice, and then price squeezed and finally got a very strong volume bubble to push through it. Now, as you see, we broke this resistance and we retested it right here. See this small volume bubble? We retested it, and that is a flip, right? So resistance gets broken and turns into support. We would have been able to look for a long position off the reaction and target a new high of day. So that would have been a pretty nice scalp there on gold with the bookmap with the flip. Oh, I just realized, look at crude, man. That's getting close. I probably would have considered grabbing on that retest of the supply zone, but we're not in it right now. ESNQ chopping away. I'm not taking anything on them right now. I don't see any A+ setups. YouTube guys, don't forget to hit that like button if you do appreciate all we do here. And yeah. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, check out our recent videos. Yep. And Discord you guys too. Go show some love. Go show some love on my recent YouTube videos I put out. So here's the gap fill. This is what we need on this gap fill over here. I put out some videos yesterday. What did I put out yesterday? I think yesterday I put out a video on how to use the gap fill. What we're using today. How to use the gap fill and how you could use it on edge fill. Let me move this out of the way so you guys could see ES. If you guys want to see anything on bookmap, please let me know as well. I'm definitely keeping a close eye on crude this morning. Right now, the point of control is moving lower, which tells me bears have control on crude. I'm a little disappointed I missed this retest of supply for a short. Look how great that would have been. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. What is your A+ setup you're working on? Well, it depends on the market conditions we get. Usually my A+ setups will obviously follow some sort of trend. So if I'm looking for an A+ setup, it's funny actually, it's a great question. My A+ setups on gold and I'd say crude too, those tend to be the trend following setups, right? Where if I see the previous few days have been bearish, or like we see on crude, we see that the past 3 days have been bearish, so I would only be bearish today even though pre-market was very bullish. But that would have been working out so far really well in my favor because this trend has been bearish. Something on gold, I noticed we were a bit stronger to the upside, so I would be looking for bullish. But gold has also been very range bound. When it comes to ES and NQ, I actually tend to do better in a bit of a ranging market where supply and demand is respected a lot more. Again, though, ES, crude oil, gold, these are all different markets and could be traded differently, and it all depends on your style, right, and your system. So your system varies, everything varies. I personally, right, so think of it as building a house. I explain this all the time. Trading, our system has to be like building a house. We have to start with the foundation. My foundation is supply and demand, so that will help me. What's foundation do for a house? Well, that gives you the base. What's supply and demand do for my trading? It gives me a base. It gives me an idea of where there is sellers, which is a supply zone. We see that ended up working out very well. Or where there are buyers, where there are a demand zone. So that's the base. Now where do I find my entries? Well, then I'll wait for some type of intraday price action. I'll look for a fair value gap to form. I'll look for a 15-minute fair value gap, a 30-minute, a 15 and a 5, along with a rejection off of a supply or demand zone, along with a liquidity sweep. Whatever the case may be, I'm always looking to add confirmation to my foundation, right? So I'm always looking to build the walls up around my foundation. Holy crap. Are we going to get that fill on crude up here? I'm going to wait 1 second. I might Let's see if we could get into that fair value gap. I'll grab 2 cons. You know what? I'm going to start my crude short right there. I'm going to be a little careful, though. I'm starting it here because we're retesting supply again. And if it does reject and wick lower, I'd rather be in my starter position. And then be able to add on my way lower. And if it does push back higher, then that's okay because I could get out because I'm only in my starter position. So we're going to wait for 1 sec. A lot of volume did just kick in there. Part of me thinks we're going to break this fair value gap and then continue. So something I might want to look out for is a break of that and then a close back below. And that will be my entry or my add, depending on how market structure is. Yeah, I mean, we did find some buying. We did find some buying here. I'm in a light enough size that it's alright if it wants to chop, pop, and drop. 3 minutes left on the 5, and I'm going to let the 5-minute close. There's that 5-minute imbalance that I was looking for. We could even see if we have the optimal trade entry lining up. It did sort of just test that 61%. 30-minute, 15. Yeah, I'm going to wait right now. Look at that big pop. Now I'd want to see a rejection back lower. If it does give us another pop, I'm going to have a hard stop loss at 68.33. Now, the reason for that is because I don't really see any resistance above us, so there is a good chance we do want to go maybe make a new high of day. My original trade plan on crude was the supply zone above previous day high, so I'm stopped out there of crude, and I'm going to just wait to see if we could get that other trade entry, right? This previous day high. We had the gap fill, we rejected that. I'm just going to wait right now. YouTube said, how could you early identify the level is going to break or works as support or resistance? Oh, well, that depends on the price action we're getting into it. If we're failing to push lower off of that level, if we are consolidating at that point, a lot of times price could be squeezing. It really depends. You could use Bookmap for the order flow confirmation as well. Guys, look at the divergence we have here on ES and NQ. ES made a new low of day. NQ is nowhere near its new low of day right now. It's trying to push higher. So we do have some major divergence in that field. Microsoft's at a new low of day near its previous day low. YouTube, hit that like and subscribe. I'm watching crude here. I'd like to see 68.49, which is that previous day high, and the supply zone's right up here too. So really looking to see if this is a trap. Gold pushing its way higher. Wow, gold to another key level. That's something. Probably could have looked for a gold entry on that with the flip that we were talking about earlier. The block on gold's a little messy at the moment. And when I say that, I mean like we sort of have levels all over the place. Like I would want to target these levels lower. I'd want to target these levels higher. So with that being said, 2704 is a good target on gold to the upside. ES and NQ, are they giving us anything? Now NASDAQ does have more strength than ES does, but that doesn't exactly mean that we should be taking it long. 15 closes in 6 seconds. No, we're going to stay out of crude for now. Do I have my alerts on crude? Throw an extra alert there on crude. It's definitely looking better the upside right now on crude, but I'm going to wait. We're going to wait. Let's see. What's this? This is ES. Let me know if you guys want to see anything, if you guys want to go over anything. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Let me see if the Bullish Bears is still on sale for that 70%, I'm sorry, 75% off. No, but 70% off, that's still a good sale. Join us at bullishbrs.com. One time lifetime is on sale, 70% off. Check me out at tradingpioneers.net. That is my coaching site. Or you could check us out bullishbrs.com for our live streams and all that fun stuff. It's gold right now. Gold coming into resistance at this key level, just a little bit. I'm looking at crude here. I want to get crude back up on here. Let's get crude back up on here. I'm looking at these levels up here on crude. This is previous day high. Now this is what I was talking about, a strong level, a heavy level that's been sitting there for quite some time. Good buying pressure on crude right there. I hope one of my students, mentees, she said she was looking for crude longs. You know, this would have been a 15-minute... Oh, that's clean. I missed that. Definitely a little disappointed I missed that. So a setup I like to watch on gold, which I'm going to now be looking for on crude, is the 15 or 30-minute order block test. So I would look for some type of 15-minute to be tested. This is a 15-minute order block because we have the basing, we have an impulse move. We retested it. So I would look for similar price action after we retest the next one, which is exactly what we got. Looking good, looking good. Look at that, gold continuing, crude with that strength too. Let's see, where's Discord at? Alright. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. You guys got any questions, let me know. Yes, trying to move back up. NASDAQ also trying to fill that gap up there. We had that nice rejection of that sell side liquidity. This is crude over here. Crude pushing higher. Look at the strength we got on crude. Probably going to see another pop on crude right here. So guys, look, we see new high a day on crude is 68.44, but 68.44 isn't that strong of a level. I usually do bookmap liquidity as targets. Is it okay, or is it better to use a potential wallet? I would say both. You know, definitely use it as targets because those levels do work as almost like a magnet in the market. But, you know, you could also look for them to work as reversals too. It depends on your strategy and system and where you've had the most success with. What's great with bookmap is it does offer back testing. The replay system. So cool. Even the 30-minute right here was a basing. We tested it. Oh well. NASDAQ looking like it's ready to fill that gap. Meta selling off. Tesla above previous day high and holding. Nvidia with some resistance. Equities are hitting some resistance right now. I'm not going to take any NQ longs. But if those equities flip, this is going to be an easy gap fill on NASDAQ. But I'm not going to chase this. I mean, going long up here, where's your stop loss? What if it wicks all the way down? Are you ready to hold that? Looking at crude, all these buyers, but I'm looking at all these zero prints too. Very low volume on that run up. We'll see what crude wants to give us. Here we go, coming into that strong level. Good buyer right there. I want to see if I have the on-chart icebergs. 3. We'll do 3. Sell red. Buy green. So I need about 40. Nah, not seeing any icebergs up here. I want to see how we react in that level. Or how we react to this level. If we do want to close below this one, I'll look for a short. We'll try one, but I don't want to jump in right now, because we could just flip and continue. This was a pretty big buyer. This positive 142, I'd be careful though, because if we don't get back up here, that buyer's trapped. I'm considering if this 1 minute drops, I would take a short. But again, I wanted to really see how we react in 68.49. Gold continuing. Platinum rejecting, putting it into a supply zone. A lot of positive delta up here. Again, could be trapped buyers if we reverse at this point. I don't say when the market reverses. I don't say where the market reverses. I could just react, as all of us can. We could just read what the market's giving us and react. 3 minutes left on the 5. I'm not taking this yet. How's the 15? We'll see. I'm liking the reaction so far. Let's get rid of this optimal trade entry. This would be the setup we're looking for on gold, crude right here. We'd probably look for a stronger move lower. Because remember, guys, we're looking for a strong move to the downside because we've been bearish on crude lately. Now, if we do reverse before that previous day high, that might be more in our favor. The 15 closes in about 7 minutes, so we could be a little patient. Same with the 30, though. So we'll let this 5 close, see how it wants to close. Sort of wait for a sec. I mean, I'm definitely liking how sellers are trying to hold up here. But if we pop, we'll just have to wait. We'll let the 5 close. If the 5 closes somewhere down here, I'll look for the next wick and I'll grab a short entry, stop loss at the high. Point of control is coming higher though, which means there's volume. We are a bit bullish. That's usually, if I'm looking for longs or trend continuation, I'm looking for point of control to come higher. But that could just mean there's good volume, so 50 seconds left. Just gotta let it play out. Because this last 50 seconds, it could pop up, right? We've seen the market do crazy stuff. I'm just gonna wait a sec. I think somebody sent something in the... Could you talk about your chart lines for a sec in the middle of the chart? Yes, I'm so sorry. I'm just seeing this now. Guys, if you do have any questions, put it in the main chat, not the live stream, because sometimes I don't see it in the live stream. The lines in the middle of my chart. Let me go over those. Yes, this yellow line is the point of control. That's where the most... What is it? The most volume was traded? I believe it's the most volume was traded. Alright, I like how this is closing on crude, so I'm going to put out some sell orders to start my short position. Okay, so I am filled on some crude shorts. Would like, I don't know, guys. It's the buyers were pretty strong. My original trade plan, it was that supply zone. So the thing is, with my system, I'm able to sort of take a few paper cuts on my entries, because once I do hit that trade that hits, it's usually a 4-1, 5-1. So if I take two little paper cuts and I do end up taking that big winner, then guess what? I'm making 4 or 5R, and I only risked maybe if it was a half risk or a bit more of a whole risk, whatever it was when I started the position. YouTube guys, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. I'll make sure to keep hitting skip ads for you guys, so you guys don't have to deal with that. Something I was looking for on crude was the 15-minute. I'd really like this 15 to be like a basing candle, because if it does give us that basing candle, I will add to my short and look for continuation to the downside. Get rid of this for now. We're just staying patient at the moment on crude. We're in a couple crude shorts. I'd like to see these people trapped from this resistance up here. And that's what I got in these shorts. That along with the higher time frame trying to reject these recent highs over here. So 330 left in the 5 minute, 330 left in the 15, and 330 left in the 30 minute as well. I'd really like at least for the 15 to close bearish. Look for something below there. I'd like to see this start to push lower or keep getting a bit weaker. There we go. Nice. Depending on how this 15 and 30-minute close will be the deciding factor if I want to add or close early. Gotta let the time frame analysis speak for itself. See that 15? Gotta be careful. Gold trying to continue. Good trend on gold today. $220 left on this 5 minute. Crude is trying to push up. I was nervous to see how we'd react to 68.49 because that's previous day high. And for us to break that, that would make a new high a day today. So we're just going to wait. 2 minutes left on the 5 minute. My stop loss is a hard stop at 47 right now. So that way, if we break above 47, above 49, I could look for a re-entry maybe around 53 if, again, sellers want to step in at all. Right now, I am in just a couple crude shorts. We're being patient. Want that 15 to close, want that 30 to close, want them to start pushing back lower a little bit, but we are trying to push higher. Just really want to see if this turtle soup sweep is in our favor. Because we didn't break any lows to the downside. I guess we broke this low, but come on, give me some selling pressure. My target, let's see a target. Do we have any demand zones? This was a demand. Ooh, that's not good. We had a potential 1 hour demand zone right here. If this 1 hour close is green, which it's going to. So again, depending how this 15 wants to close, probably going to just get out of this trade. Especially because the hourly is looking more bullish. Gotta know, guys, give more power to those higher time frames. Those are our trend setters. 40 seconds left, and we see the buying pressure coming. We see the point of control coming up again. $30 seconds. There's a pop. I'm going to move my stop loss to 45. Because at this point, I do feel like we might just pop, and I'd rather just stop out of this. Cut my loss even shorter. Yeah, there's my stop loss on crude. Now we're just going to wait for our original trade. Gold, let's see. And look at this. See, this is why we didn't take NASDAQ long. It's like we just got to trade to our edge. Very poor price action today, guys. It is Monday. It's got to sort of set the tone for the week. It's got to chop around a little bit. All the antsy traders that feel the need to get in a trade before 10, it's just hitting 10 o'clock now. How's gold looking? If gold could take out this 15-minute low, I'll look for a reversal after that. Did you set your short? Yeah, I did, and I was already out of it. I tried those shorts on this green candle when we were pulling back because of this red candle rejected that previous high. But once I saw that we started to fail the selling pressure and the 15 wasn't closing as a rejection, the 15 was starting to close very bullish, I knew that these shorts would most likely not play out, so I was able to cut my loss even shorter, even smaller. Let's see. Right now I'm looking for gold. This, what is that? 2693. 2693. Right over here there is a pretty heavy buyer, and that was also an area of resistance at some point. So we'll see if we could get that entry on gold. I usually do use bookmap liquidity. Oh, right, I read that. There's a chart on the left available on Thinkorswim. This is bookmap, so Thinkorswim has its own version of bookmap. It's a little dulled down. It's not as smooth as this one, but if you call their helpline, they will give you a free trial of it, and the trial doesn't end, so it's definitely a good place to get started with it. Looking at crude, looking at gold, looking at ES, looking at NQ. Chop, 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 chop. Sort of trying to create a supply zone here on NQ if we did continue lower. Got some pretty good selling pressure. Weighted index is what, chopping around. Yeah, really not seeing anything A+. We've been chopping lately, so we can't really expect a trend right now.
We are trending nowhere.
Exactly.
I mean, I did a few scalps right here on ES and NQ for literally nothing but $80.
Yeah. I'm keeping an eye on equities. Once equities start to sell off, if NASDAQ hasn't gone anywhere, that's where we're going.
But we're supposed to be in the Santa rally, man.
That's true, and it's been a choppy bleeping rally. I know, and we're at all-time highs. Oh, there goes crude. Hold up, crude. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Oh, crude took off.
Gotta stick with their plan. Gotta stick with their plan. Damn. I'm gonna wait 1 second here. See how we react up in here. If we pop again, I'm not taking it. We're gonna wait 2 seconds. No, I'm not taking that on crude right now. Gold looks ready to pull back. 15. Not yet. Not yet on gold. On crude. But you see how heavy we needed volume-wise to get through that level? Yeah, hourly's bullish, so I can't take any shorts until I get at least a 15-minute bearish, right? When we do our time frame analysis, guys, we got to be able to really, like, break it down. Like, If the 15 does this, what should I expect on the hourly? If the hourly does this, what should I expect on the 45? Or the 5 minute does this, what should I expect on the 15, and all this other stuff? Okay, can you tell there is going to be a pullback because it hit your 3 hour? Yeah, usually there'll be a pullback, but it depends on price action, right? You know, that we just got a very strong pop. I do think we're going to continue to this next level, 68.65. Now that would be the next area that I would look for a reaction. I'm sort of feeling, what's it called? Shorts, NQ shorts, but I know you guys were just hating on me for that. Yeah, I mean, you know what it is? Microsoft and Apple were just trying to push higher, but we'll wait. Chop, 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 chop. That was the point of control on NASDAQ, just trying to push higher, alright. The reason I would want to go short is because of the 30-minute and the hourly. Both look like they could be basing to the downside. But again, equities are sort of struggling at the moment. Let's get the weighted index up in here. Equities are trying to push up, so I don't want to be going short on the NASDAQ while the weighted index is trying to push higher. But again, that doesn't mean that NASDAQ has to push higher. It just means right now those main large caps are a bit bullish. Waiting on the market to change. Trying to see gold come back here, sweep these lows in reverse. Crude pop up to this 68.65. Getting there. Getting there, and there it is. Wow, crude's doing something today. Now at this point I'm watching for the reaction. Really watching for the reaction. I sort of want to try this short here, but I don't want to be trying another short into all this momentum. We'll go light, we'll give it a shot, but if it pops again, just done. Done, done, done. It's probably gonna pop again, I would think. With the few times it's been popping today, I always talk about how the trend of the market is our friend. Well, the trend has been it's been popping sporadically today. Yeah, I'm watching the 68.65, 68.68. See that this 5 minutes just still closing so bullish. Would really need the 15 to start just nose diving, just off a cliff, but it's not going to. The momentum has been to the upside. We have to recognize trend. Just waiting. 15 closes in 5 minutes. I'm sorry, 4 minutes. So does this 5-minute closes in 4 minutes as well. What we could hope for is a push lower, but again, momentum has been to the upside. We're trying to break lower, buyers step in. We try to break lower, buyers step in. What else? We got anything else cooking? NASDAQ sort of chopping away. I'm telling you though, NASDAQ looks so good to the downside. There we go, crude. Give us something. Tesla pushing lower, Nvidia pushing lower. ESNNQ. There it is on NASDAQ. I was gonna say, watch guys, I'm gonna be mad at myself for not taking any NQ shorts. I'd like to try to get some type of fill on NQ short. I'll let you guys know if I get the fill and where I get filled. I like that pullback. Filled me. One right there. I almost want to just get out of it right away for a scalp. 230 left. Buyers are trying to step in on Microsoft and Nvidia. Everything's just so choppy right now, so range bound, so inconsistent. Inconsistency is not key. Let's see. Still got 2 minutes for this 5 to close. Same with crude. Crude's trying to push back up though. I'm gonna just get out of crude, call it there on crude. It's just so crap and it's clearly trying to push higher. Same here with NASDAQ. Just gotta cut our losses for what they are, guys, and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it. You can't let the market overpower you in the sense that you feel like you gotta take every trade under the sun. You gotta keep over trading. You gotta revenge trade. It's not worth it. It will never, ever, ever play in your favor. You'll never go, oh my god, no, now I gotta switch it. And then it'll go, boom, print, money printer. And if it does, it's a fluke. And you can't depend on that. It is undependable. You need something to depend on in the market. I still like to bearish off of the 30. But clearly, buyers got another plan. Crude just chopping away. ES. Same thing, this negative 540 delta. Strong seller down here. Negative 471. Strong seller down here. Microsoft trying to push higher right now, so we're going to wait. Tesla pushing lower back within its previous day's range. Nvidia also pushing lower. Those were the two mains that I was watching that helped that NASDAQ try to push bearish. Not a fan of that right now. Plus we have that little bit of divergence. I don't know. Again, higher time frame was still saying bearish, but it's just, we don't have a clean entry right now. We just don't. And when you don't have a clean entry, it's tough to take it. We do have a lot of sellers active in the market right now. Take a look at cumulative volume, delta, CVD. Really need to see equities dump off right here. What does Edgefill show you? Edgefill shows us like stats. It shows us almost anything we want to see. If we want to see gap fill, if we want to see opening range breakout, if we want to see power hour breakout, power hour continuation, green and red day streaks, intraday timing, previous day's range, like previous day high and low. It shows us a whole lot of stuff. What's in play, gives us an idea of what might be setting up right now. Still has its gap down that it hasn't filled. It filled and then shows us streaks. 4 of the past 5 days the gap has been filled on NASDAQ. Weighted index still trying to push up. Microsoft pushing higher. Tesla still pushing lower. Nvidia weak pushing lower. I'd like to see a break here. But it's keep failing to break. See that every little move lower is just a fake out. Fake out, fake out. Every move lower below this wick, pulled back. Below this wick, pulled back. I really need to see that weighted index. There we go. Now that the weighted index gave us that pop, now I could start to look for a potential entry on NQ. Okay, we'll give that one shot there. And then that's sort of it. Because if we do want to continue this chop, I don't want to be holding it through a chop fest. But if we do want to make our way back lower that I was looking at on the 15 and 30 minute was looking bearish, then I do want to be at least in some shorts. Nice. There we go. Give us a little something there. Oh, big wick, big wick. Oh, big wick like nobody's business. Huge, huge. Be careful, guys. That's some craziness right there. That is some craziness. Ooh. That's it. That's it, ladies and gents. No mas, no more. No more. Look at that. Away it goes. Very little volume. Look at the heavy volume, little volume on that pull-up. This is a stop, run extravaganza. We're going for that gap fill. The top right chart with the resistance level is your charting red line. Oh yeah, this is the gap fill indicator. Wow, that was a crazy wick lower. Oh, I didn't even see ES divergence. ES took out pre-market low. That's what I was looking for before it went for the gap fill. Interesting. $45 seconds left for the 5 minutes close. Where's gold? Let's see. Got a little bit of a flip there on the weighted index. Apple rejecting previous day high again. Tesla, Nvidia, they all look like they want to sell off, but every time we try to move lower on NASDAQ, what happens, guys? We reject. We get a crazy wick. We get a crazy reaction. I almost want to just look for some gold longs to continue today. Microsoft trying to make a new high of day. Microsoft's the only bullish equity right now, by the way. So Microsoft's back has got to be hurting. Go gold into some rejection. But yeah, gold is Edgeful is a great statistics platform. It's sort of like a huge help so that we don't have to waste so much time back testing. Apple rejecting and Microsoft new high a day. And Nvidia's trying to push up, okay. Chop fest, chop fest, chop fest. Big buyer right there on NASDAQ. Guys, I'm gonna grab a water. Give me just a half a second. It is currently 10:20. The market has been chopping like it's hot. And we will be right back. 1 minute. Uno más, por favor. Mucho gusto. All right. So we have the point of control pushing lower. Let's see. There goes crude running away. Damn, man, if I had that 1 hour, we might have been in some longs. So that's okay. You know what? You know why that's okay? Because as traders, we are constantly adapting to the market, right? Now, if I notice today that I missed that 1 hour demand zone entry on crude, guess what I won't miss tomorrow? A 1 hour demand entry on crude if it presents itself. Because it presented itself today, it increases the odds of the market repeating itself. So I'm really just going to stay patient at that point. God, I'd love to be in some NASDAQ shorts, but every short entry gets destroyed. Yeah, Nvidia's trying to push higher. Just too inconsistent. It's too choppy, choppy, chop. Oh, man. Oh, NASDAQ. You silly goose. Well, can't take it short down here. Because every time we break lower, we wick right back up. Come on, give us something on gold, maybe. Gold 26.95 is a pretty strong level. 26.95 right here. That's where I want to see us maybe. What I would like to see is a big sell bubble hit right there and then reverse, which would show a lot of sellers trapped.
So on NQ, we got a fair value gap on the 15 minutes at around 21,520. And if we break 21,590, I see us heading that way.
Yeah. Damn, I knew NASDAQ was going to make its way lower. That's crazy sauce. Alright, that's alright. It is what it is. I'd like to see another new low a day on NASDAQ would be great. Other than that, every time we do break a recent low, we end up wicking. So be extra careful if you're taking any trades right now. Give us a crazy drop. I want to see equities look ready to drop, so I want to really look for a strong move to the downside here on NASDAQ. Especially with that 30-minute. Nice. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. One more leg. One more leg. Struggling. Okay. Nice. There it is. There it is. Let's go. Huge. Huge. Just about patience. Oh, I see. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yo, I think Clove, you mentioned the wealth thing, right? Brand new. This is it today. No exceptions is your last chance to join the December Wealth Charts Apex beta testing program and get these extra benefits that we haven't told you about in other emails. I don't think I got that email. Damn, Apex is leaving me out of the fun. They're lucky I love them. Maybe it went to my trash. I don't know. That's weird. I usually get all this stuff. Yo, NASDAQ, great drop, guys. Great drop, great move lower. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, looking at gold now, it's hitting that level I said I wanted to look for a strong seller and then a reversal. Let's see. It's having trouble. I have a level down here, so I would sort of want to see it move a little lower. But if we do start moving up from here, that'd be fine too. Damn, NASDAQ. Do your thing, baby. Do your thing. Damn, son. I got out those shorts a little too soon. I took a scalp on it. Gold struggling right here. Damn, NASDAQ off the chart. Alright, good. There's gold. Come on, gold. A few more ticks. Break that low. Damn, NASDAQ. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go. That's crazy. Damn, Christmas rally. My butt. Gotta just follow your bias. Don't listen to the nonsense in the air. If everybody's yelling bullish, that should be a sign to go bearish. Were you in it? Yeah, I was in a little bit on NASDAQ. Really an unfortunately small amount. Like, I think I got 10 points out of this 30-point drop. But that's okay. Today was a bit rocky. It's Monday, first day of the week. Gotta just sort of take it slow. Understand, you know, if the market's not in your favor, your plans aren't working out, it's okay to say no. It's okay to say no to the market. Let's see. Come on, gold. I wonder if maybe that email, that Apex email, went to junk or something on my thing. Kyle, you still here? Yeah, you're still here. You got the email about it, right? That's how you knew about it? Hey, what's going on, Janeth? I see you're in here. Good morning and hello and welcome to our community. Hope you are doing well. Ooh, hit demand on ES. There's a heavy level on NASDAQ. Remember I mentioned we don't really see too many heavy levels? There's one on NASDAQ right there. Let's put, look at this, If weighted index I knew it. I said that before big pop on Microsoft and Apple. But I said on equities before, why would it do that? I said on equities before, before we got these candles, that equities looked like they were going to sell off. This is what I meant by that. We had Microsoft rejected a new high of day, was pushing lower. Apple was rejecting previous day high, pushing lower. Meta is over here, was already pushing lower. Tesla was bearish already as well. Same with Nvidia. So everything was starting to line up bearish, which helps the NASDAQ on a strong move. But now everything's back to chop, which means we're back to chop. Oh, that's what my alert was. I'm like, what am I getting an alert for? Can we get gold up here real quick? Okay, let's see. This is a gold 15-minute fair value gap. I want to look at Edgeful and see the 15-minute fair value gap on gold, how often it holds and how often it's mitigated and unmitigated. So we'll do fair value gaps. We'll do gold as GC. And we'll go to, we are on 15, 62% of the time. So not the best odds in our favor, right? Do we have a 30-minute here as well? We do have a 30-minute. How often does a 30-minute get mitigated? Whoa. %77% of the time it's unmitigated on the 30-minute. So if I put my stop loss right here, should have a little bit more safety. But we're just gonna, wait a little bit, know our risk and everything, be careful. Buyers did have the momentum today, so this is a bit more in our favor than something else we would take today. So we're just gonna wait. If we could close above this white trend line on the 5-minute, that would be huge. We hit these levels of resistance. This was, support. These were passive buyers down here. $39 seconds left on the 5. I'd really like to see good buying pressure here on gold to push us higher. I am in a few gold contracts along. Nice. Once we do start pushing from here, I'm able to then move my stop loss up to that recent pivot. But right now, we're just going to wait. We still have 13 seconds to close on the 5, and it is trying to find some more selling pressure. Again, we're just going to wait. Patience. Yeah, I definitely wanted us to close above this trend line. But the 15 still hasn't closed. Same with the 30. We'll hold it for a sec, but I'm not too confident in these longs anymore. Especially with how the 5-minute's starting to line up. I don't have VWAP on these charts, I just realized. ESNNQ dropping like it's hot. Come on, gold. We want this to be our support right here. We're trying our best. Part of me's considering scaling out. Ooh, there we go. I was going to say I have a couple contracts just to lock in and so that my risk is even smaller, but I'm going to try to see if this trade wants to play out. We are following the trend we had today. We're already above previous day high, far above it. Would like to really see if we could go hit this supply zone up here. That would be pretty huge. But we're keep hitting resistance when we try to move higher from here. So we're just going to wait. Definitely not looking the best for longs at the moment. The 30-minute fair value gap will mark that out. It's looking again, like I said, it's not looking too ideal on these longs, but I am just going to stay patient on it. We have been bullish today on gold, so we're going to look for that trend to continue. All right. Wow, NASDAQ taking another sell-off. Look at that. Huge, guys, huge. Equities pushing lower. Love that. That's great. Got to see some good buying on gold. Let's join the party, the inverse party. Ain't nothing but an inverse party. Gold keeps struggling when it tries to move up, but we got 2 minutes left in this 5. We've got 7 minutes left in the 15. 30-minute, 22 minutes left in the 30. I'll wait. Stop loss is at the mitigated of the 30, what's it called? The 30-minute fair value gap. Because on Edgeful it says on the 30-minute fair value gap, past 6 months, bullish fair value gap, 77% unmitigated. So I'm taking the trend along with that percentage on Edgeful and seeing if this does want to play out. Wow, NASDAQ, another drop. I got short up here before I was out way too soon. That's alright. This is Bullishbrs YouTube. Is it Bullishbrs or Bullishbrs Trading? I think it's Bullishbrs Trading.
Bullishbrs. On YouTube, it's Bullishbrs.
Yeah. Bullishbrs. No, you know what it is? It's Bullishbrs, but the @ thing is Bullishbrs Trading. Benzing is asking for the social medias, so I gotta promote Bullishbrs, baby. Come on, gold. You know you want to. Look at that. There's very little resistance above us, gold. You know you just want to pop it like it's hot to 2,700. 2,704. Go hit supply. I like that buying pressure starting to accumulate here. But we do have a passive seller sitting there too, so it's very important make or break level right now. 20 seconds left. It's rejecting it. It's trying to break it. Very back and forth. I'm staying patient right now. I'm going to stay in these longs on gold. I like, I'm okay with how that 5 closed. 15 hasn't closed yet, and the 30 hasn't closed yet. So, we'll wait. There we go, gold. Special. There we go, gold. Whoop, whoop. At a key level right here. There we go. Could always look to trim a contract off. Move your stops up a little even. That's what I'm going to do. Move my stops up. Now that I said that, we're going to reverse to them. No, I'm just kidding. There we go. Give me some good volume out of this zone. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. My first take profit is going to be new high of day. My second take profit is going to be supply. Okay, so that's where we're looking for our take profits. Okay, we're coming into a little bit of resistance here, so again, if you're looking to maybe scale out of a contract, but I do like the buying volume, so I'm personally going to hold these. Definitely considering getting out of just one, you know, just in case, because the market is very uncertain, but going off of what I see right now, I'm okay with holding for right now, and if it does somehow reverse, then so be it. We are pretty extended. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I want to look to see if this could hold as support, but we're struggling right now. 15 and 30 haven't closed yet. I'm fine with waiting for the 15 to close, waiting for the 5 to close. Like, that's no problem. Definitely worried about this reaction we just had. But we're going to wait and see. We're going to wait and see. So I said, if y'all want to scale out of a contract, lock in a little bit. But I'm going to wait. I liked that buying pressure. Oh, it signed me out of YouTube. That's not fun. But I should still be streaming. Yeah, look at that big rejection we just got there on gold. I'm just going to let the 15 close. I'm not worried. I'm not freaking out. 5 minutes wicking, so what? You alright? Yeah, I just tripped. Let's see, where we at? Look at that flip on gold right there. It said anybody chasing longs up here just messed around and found out. I'm still long. Didn't hit my stop loss. Didn't hit my target either. Minute left. Want to see if this could work as support right here. Almost considering it add, but I'm gonna just wait. I'm in my full size. Yeah, sellers might be able to take this back down, guys. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Give me that flip. Give me a break, give me a break, give me a break of that long position. Wow, gold with the mess around. 18 seconds left on the 15 minute. We're gonna be patient right now. No reason to be freaking out. Didn't hit our stop loss, didn't hit our take profit. It is what it is. There we go. That's why we be patient. Now we get a little support under us. We're getting some volatility. Be careful here. I'd really like to see us continue higher. Big sell bubble here, but it's failing to really drop us. There it is. Just gonna wait. If it hits my stop loss, it hits my stop loss. My stop loss is going to be... see, I want to be careful. I don't want to put it where it's like right above the 30-minute fair value gap, but I also don't want to put it where it's like right below it where it stops me out for a few ticks anyways. So we'll put it like a little above Because I'm worried it's going to stop hunt the 15-minute. But if it stop hunts the 15-minute, it could still pull back. So we'll wait. That'll be where our stop loss is. But I do think we might get a crazy dump here. La, 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 la. Let's see. We had some pretty strong selling pressure bring us lower there. We saw that sell bubble accumulate and then drop. The question is, can we scale back above this 69, sorry, what is that? 26.95. Or are sellers going to be able to hold us and bring us lower, which it's looking like that might be a bit more likely right now. I'm just going to wait. Stop loss is at the bottom of the fair value gap. Yep, here comes some sellers. Definitely thinking this is going to be a stop run. Or at least that we are going to go lower. Okay, so that's the stop hunt of the recent 15-minute fair value gap. If it could hold, great. If it doesn't, then it's just going to stop me out, and that's okay. There it is. Stopped out of gold right there, guys. Stopped out. All done for the day. Took some losses today. Just got to shake them off, come back the next day. We had a good trade in it for a minute, but it did not hit our take profits. NASDAQ, ES, those were the ways to go. We had a nice short over here. Could have definitely capitalized on targeting that. What's that, data low? No, data high right there. Okay. Alright. There we go. NASDAQ with a nice drop. What else we got? Anything going on here? Apple making a new high a day. Microsoft with a nice rejection. Meta with a nice rejection. Tesla pushing lower. Probably gonna feel that. Yep, there it is on NASDAQ. Nice. Yeah, shorts were the way to go today on NQ. Definitely got chopped up with gold. It is what it is. Wouldn't really get chopped up with gold. NASDAQ was really the tougher entry this morning. But we read it good. We read it well. We knew the 30-minute was basing. We were looking for a continuation to the downside. Don't look to go short down here. Can't go short down here. Chasing the lows, trying to catch a falling knife. Can't go long down here either. Right now is a patience game. Can we pull back and get a better entry or what? Alright guys, on that note, on the choppiness of this crazy day, I do hope some of you were able to capitalize on some shorts. They were definitely the way to go. Gap did not get filled today. And, yeah, that was pretty clean to the downside today. For sure. I mean, we look like we're ready to make another move to the downside. I want to figure out some more tricks for using footprint with bookmap as well. I feel like that would be very valuable to us. Apple trying to move higher. Microsoft, everything's chopping around. YouTube, hit that like and subscribe. I'm going to wrap it up on YouTube right now. Discord, I'll be there in a minute.